guys, so today we have starter locks, and they have been installed for maybe about 2 to 3 months now. I have to insert the exact date, but as you all see, we have some budding. They are pretty much in place, so of course I have to go in today and to do a retwist, but also because my client is active, play sports, we will be doing some crochet today. So that way, the locks that are like unraveling, probably like on the sides and a little bit in the front here, we'll probably crochet those. So that way, it can stay in place. And then that way, it looks a little more presentable until he comes back for his next retwist, you guys. But let's get into it. All right, you guys, so y'all know my first thing to do is to go in with my product and, of course, to find the parts. This client has freeform parts, so that's why you don't necessarily see any brick parting. So pretty much he just wanted his locks to fall naturally. So here I am just taking that first row and just, making sure I got everything sectioned and parting. And then we'll start with the actual retwist.
Poppin', burning like this, ain't checking my wrist. Third is my shift. Rolling all night like flex. We look at the clips, these credits are lit.
Today I will be going in with my 0.35 millimeter tulip crochet hook. And y'all, this is literally the smallest lock tool that you can basically almost use. It literally looks like a needle at the end in a sense. So with this type of hair texture, this would be the best to allow for a secure lock, as you all see. If you want information on the crochet hook, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely provide a link. All right, so for this lock, you can really see how much of it's like really fluffy, and you can tell where I originally started the lock. So what we're going to do, so that way his retwist can last a little longer, is just to crochet that. And that's basically what I'm going in and doing, because of course, every time he wets his hair, it's going to look like this. And I was making a little joke with him. I was just like, you kind of look like Lisa off The Simpsons. I said, let me find out Lisa from The Simpsons just had starter locks the whole time. But y'all, you can see with the crochet, it really does do wonders. Just even with the longevity of retwist. So that's why when I see my clients, I definitely let them know. And of course, everybody wants to embark on the naturalist journey with their, with their locks. So, it's an option. If you don't want crochet maintenance, then that's cool too. But definitely most of the time I do crochet maintenance just to ensure that the lock is as healthy as it could be and that it's not finna fall out or something like that. Right here, I'm kind of showing you like what the lock looks like. And so because he did do freeform and some of the locks are a little smaller, now would be the perfect time to go in with that crochet maintenance. So that way I can ensure that he keeps those locks in the front. Because I typically part bigger in the front, but still just due to his hair type and texture, I typically refer to this type of client's hair as like almost like a sponge. So with spongier hair textures, they are very much more prone to breakage. So I always try to ensure that my clients with this type of hair get crochet maintenance that's needed, because if not, it is definitely going to break off. Okay. I also wanted to incorporate real time and how long it takes me to do this. because there is love, patience, and care that goes into every retwist that I do. And typically I do, ask my clients if they have time, because I'm like, hey, like this service will really help you a lot. And, it may be a little typical, a little longer than your hour 30 retwist. You may be walking out 2 hours and 30 minutes, but you'll ultimately receive, more longevity with your retwist. And of course, just for a more healthier lock journey.
I've got some real good friends out there. Maybe we could check out Strasbourg and Barcelona.
All right, you guys. So now we are at the at the very top and crown of his head. So look, again, I told y'all it's like very, very puffy. And of course, I can just retwist it. But when clients have more active lifestyle, especially with my teenagers and my younger children, I definitely try to go in with crochet. That way it's easier maintenance for the child themselves and for the parent. So that way, if you wash your hair with the crochet, it'll still be solid in a sense, and it won't look like how you all are seeing it very, very puffy if he tries to wash at home. So I definitely, especially I've been very busy and packed with back to school appointments. So I have, just really extended this service to my regular clients because of the simple fact, I want them to enjoy their hair. I want them to enjoy their journey, and I want them to feel their best, honestly, and not just when they leave out of my chair. So if that means, like I said, me doing something an extra 30 minutes to an hour, but I know that ultimately it will help my client at home, then that's something that I just will do as a service provider, because I really do put a lot of love, a lot of work into my craft. And as y'all see, the comparison of those two locks I just kind of showed y'all, there is definitely a difference. You see how solid that lock is, compared to the other. So this is why I do what I do. It's very rare that I don't pick up my crochet needle for really any appointment. That's just the type of service that I provide. They don't call me Glory Locz for nothing. So this is definitely something that I know the Lord has just been, consistently ministering to me as I am doing my work. Like, I'm giving God the glory with the work that I do. And of course, as a service provider, you want, to get paid. But at the end of the day, it's not all about money. It's about providing service. It's about providing quality care. And it's just honestly, a joy for me to do something. And I know that what I'm doing is actually helping someone. It's helping their confidence. It's helping them show up in the world as themselves and to be confident and bold as Christ called us to be. So definitely, I just want to, get my people to really understand that there is love and care that goes into the work that I do. If you've made it this far in the video and you like this type of content, let me know what type of questions you all have. If any questions or anything that y'all would want me to show y'all. Like, I'm definitely an open book, and I believe that, there's so much opportunity in the world for everyone. We don't necessarily have to gatekeep, because the Lord provides me my business, so I never feel threatened, never feel like someone's taking my spot or my place. My goal and just ultimate objective is to teach to others what I know, to start a business, side hustle, whatever that may be, or just to have natural hair education when it comes to locks and just natural hair care in general. So if it's definitely something that y'all want to see, let me know, because I see the views. I'm definitely getting the views. So I'm like, if y'all got some questions, then just let me know. I'll be happy to answer. All right, y'all, we at the Grapevine. I sat him under the dryer for about 15-20 minutes just to let everything set. And I'm taking the clips out so y'all can see the final results. And, of course, starter locks are starter locks. So y'all know the length and the fuzziness. That still is, something that's, your locks are forming. So you will see that. But in regards to any compromised areas, anything that was, just super, super frizzy, out of control, I definitely took care of that. So, yeah, you'll be able to see it. And this is, y'all, my personal favorite part of, my services is that oil sheen, give that final little touch. Yeah.